Christina, and I'm the Education Coordinator with the DuPage County Farm Bureau Ag in the Classroom program. If you're like me, you're probably missing the DuPage County Fair right about now. So I thought I would celebrate the fair at home with a nice, juicy corn dog. It's one of my favorite fair foods. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's in a corn dog? Does this really have corn in it? Well, if you answer yes, you're right. The batter of a corn dog is made of cornmeal, and cornmeal is made of ground up dent corn. In fact, a lot of items around our house contain corn, and we might not even realize it. So let's take a look. Corn is a crop that's native to Mexico, and it's also called maize. Now, corn is thought to be about 10,000 years old, but the corn back then looked a lot different than it does today. Our ears of corn are quite a bit bigger, and they produce more kernels. Now, the corn that I have in my hand is called dent corn, and it's different from the popcorn or sweet corn that we would eat as a vegetable or a snack. This type of corn is used to make the cornmeal for our corn dogs, and corn oil, and corn starch. Now, the dent corn is categorized by its hard outer kernels and it's full of starch. And you can see on the kernels here that each kernel has a dent, and that's why it's called dent corn. About 94% of the corn grown in the United States is dent corn, and we use it for a lot of different things. Farmers will often refer to dent corn as field corn. So if you hear the terms field corn and dent corn, just know that they're the same thing. In Illinois, about 75% of our land is actually farm ground. So I bet if we were to go out and drive around, we could find a cornfield, even right here in the suburbs. So let's go. All right, so we've been driving about 10 minutes, and as promised, we found you a cornfield right here in the suburbs. Now, Illinois grows the second most corn in the United States, right after Iowa. In 2018, Illinois farmers planted 11 million acres of corn. An acre is about the size of a football field. Can you imagine 11 million football fields? I can't. And of those 11 million acres, farmers harvested 2.28 billion bushels of corn. And a bushel is about 56 pounds, and that's of the kernels. So this corn behind me, this was planted earlier this spring. It's in its growing season right now. It takes about 120 days for corn to mature. So it will be ready for harvest later this fall, probably in later September or early October. So you can see behind me, the corn, the stalks have grown, the leaves have grown, and some of it has even started to tassel. And those tassels are what's going to pollinate the silks on the ear, and each one of those silks is going to turn into a kernel of corn. So now that we've seen our cornfield, let's talk about what we use all this corn for. Dent corn has three major uses. The first is for animal feed, for livestock like cows and pigs and chickens. The second is for ethanol, which is mixed with our gasoline to help reduce emissions and CO2. And the third is for sweeteners and starches, which are used in food and industrial products. Things like wallpaper, paint, candles, ink, all these things can contain corn. I bet if you looked right around your house, you'd be able to find some things that have corn that might surprise you. So the next time you sit down to enjoy a corn dog, I hope you think about dent corn and how amazing it is. Get it? Maize? Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your 2020 virtual DuPage County Fair, and hopefully we'll see you in person soon. Bye!